Good morning, good morning, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. September the 2nd. Wow. 2 days into September. It's almost over already. It's almost the 15th. I kid you not. Monday will be the 6th. By the end of the week, it'll be like the 15th. Or Sunday will be like the 15th. And the half of the month is over. Rent is due again. And here we go again. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, watch September 11th is next Saturday. Yeah, next Saturday. Yesterday, we talked about the 2000s. And the 2000s were amazing. So yesterday, right, I started watching Family Guy, an episode from the 2000s. Every day I'm going to be watching something from the 2000s. And I was watching Family Guy, and they had a lot of Jew jokes. Like they were, I think it was season 2, which was in 2000. Season 1 was in 99. So they were very, like, the jokes were very aggressive in the year 2000. I'm like, wow. I'm telling you, the year 2000, people were bold. Same thing in 99. It's like the world's gonna end in the year two in the year two in the year 2000. Let's go all out. Take a look on your own, ladies, and just there's a lot. I'm looking little by little. Years 99 and 2000. I'm telling you, it was very aggressive, like talent wise, movie wise, music. All this different kind of music came like 99, 2000, like everything, like boy bands, everything just went all out. Like let's give the world everything we got. Like it's the end. And you notice, like, with the pandemic when it happened, it's like everything shut down. Like everything ended. A lot of things died. And it was like a brand new beginning. Well, now it's not like a brand new beginning. It's more like a cleaning house. I was watching They Live when the cops came in and cleared out that homeless encampment. And then there was the people that had the sunglasses, the truthers. They were in that church, and they were watching them. It's like now we're being watched. People that talk the truth. Some most of them are silenced. We gotta be careful what we say on YouTube, right? I love Biden, woo, right? I love Biden. Biden's the best. Kamala, yay! Equality, yay! Diversity, yay! Diversity is our strength, yay! We gotta say things like that. Let's get through the algorithms. But you remember, if you watch They Live, right? I'm not gonna spoil it, but you have Roddy Piper, and then the black guy. The black guy in the beginning, he's like, I have a job. He just wants to walk the line, go to work, get paid. He has a family. He didn't want to put on the sunglasses that Roddy Piper was looking. You can see obey, consume. That's how a lot of people are. They don't want to know the truth. You talk to them, oh, whatever. Until bad things start happening to them, then they want to listen. It's like talking to somebody about God. I don't want to hear about God. Until you're in that deathbed, until you lose a loved one. Oh, God, you start questioning God. You start looking for God. Like nobody looks for God during the good times. Like nobody prays to God during the good times. Everybody forgets about God during the good times. So same thing with the truth. Like some people just want to go to work, put their head in the sand. And I don't want to know the news. The news is negative. La 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 la. I don't care. I don't care. I gotta go to work. I gotta go to work. I gotta go to work. Fine. That's you. That's hey, by all means. And then when things start happening, you're like, what the hell is going on? Passports, mandates. What? We got to do something about it. I'm like, oh, 10 years ago, we're telling you to do something about it, and you didn't do nothing about it 10 years ago. But I was buying my house. Nobody did any. I'm not saying just one person. I'm talking like collectively. It's not just one person. It's a collection. It's a collective. A lot of people thought like that. They don't care about what's going on. 20-year war. 20 years just went by, ladies and gentlemen. Since 9/11, 20 years have gone by like that. Me personally, 20 years ago, man, I was 16. 16. So much has happened in 20 years that I don't remember all of it. My memory, my recollection, I probably have stored maybe 5 years out of those 20 years in my head. Last probably. I could tell you maybe like 2 years worth of good stories, right? How much time you spent sleeping, how much time I spent drunk, like how much time you spent at school. That you don't remember that time in school. You don't remember those times you sat in the classroom. You remember sitting in there, but you don't remember what the hell had happened. That was 8 hours a day of school that you don't remember anymore. Think about that. Just think about things like that. What are you doing in your life today that 10 years from now you can look back and like, all right, I did that. All right, I did. All that time I spent playing video games in those 20 years. Think about it. It is a thought. Just think about different things about life. Just take a pause and just think about life. That's it. Just everybody's working. I gotta pay the bills. I gotta pay the. I understand that. I understand that. It's a rat race. It's hamster in the wheel. But sometimes we need to just take that time and just think. Yeah, my life. Where's it going? Where's it headed? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it still the same? Why have I been doing the same thing for 10 years? What I should have done differently. And then sometimes we just waste a lot of time thinking about the past, the time we wasted. Instead of like, all right, I wasted that time. What can I do from now on? You get caught up in the past. Instead of what can I do moving forward differently? With that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to get into New York City. You guys know I'm from New York City. That's my past 20 years. Most of it New York City. I've told you stories about New York City because that's what I know about. I've told you guys for a reason. How does New York smell? Like piss, pigeon dropping. It smells like dead rats. Do you know how dead rat smells? It stinks. Do you know how piss smells? It stinks. That's New York City. If you've never been to New York City, remember smelling dead rats and piss and roaches and hot concrete. That's New York City. Imagine putting all of that into a frying pan. That's New York City. A dead rat. That's New. I'm sorry if you're eating breakfast, but that's New York City. So yesterday, Hurricane Ida paid a visit to New York City. In New York City, there's parkways and beltways that a little bit of rain causes traffic. The BQE, the Belt Parkway, the Bronx River Parkway, and the Hutchinson River Parkway. As you understand, these parkways are next to waters, and they're named after rivers because they're right next to rivers, so it causes floodings. New York City has 11 million people, a lot of cars, always traffic. So when these things happen, get ready, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna check out NYC floods, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you right now. I was looking at these videos. I thought I've seen worse. So in New York, there's a lot of basements. A lot of basements get flooded. The problem is in New York, there's a lot of trash. People don't take care of none of this stuff, ladies and gentlemen. So this is somebody's basement. Kind of nasty, right? Hey, good morning, Digula. Somebody's basement. Right there. The water just coming out. Imagine that. Imagine if you didn't flush. Ooh. So that's that's everybody's sewers. That's everybody's water. It's not just like your water from your toilet. That's like water from outside. That's everybody's water. That's New York City. So this was a train station on 28th. This is New York City, 28th Street. Yeah, that's like a movie. Look at that. Look at that water just gushing in. It's like a movie, right? You ever seen the movies? You're stuck under the train. Hey, good morning, Ligo. Good morning, Mihara Show. So it's like a movie, right? You know, out here we can be like, that's nothing. Ha ha ha. No, ladies and gentlemen, these subway stations are scary. The train gets stuck for any reason. It's scary, especially like after 9/11. You know, anything could happen in New York. New York City is so delicate. Oh, it's built strong, and it is so delicate, New York City, that a flood like this. Hey, what's up, Zen Rhino? You know, good morning, Zen Rhino. Like New York City is so sensitive. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine you're like waiting for the train and this happens. I'll be scared. I don't care, because you start thinking, man, this is gonna get flooded. I'm gonna die down here, or worse, a rat. Let me lower this a little bit. It's very noisy. So you see the subway car, right? Look at that. You start thinking, I'm gonna drown in here. You never know. You could drown down there. Hey, Freddie A. Freddie from New York. If that's Freddie A from New York, I know who that is. What's up? My man. If not, then my man either way. This is in New York City, ladies and gentlemen. So imagine you coming home from work, 12-hour shift. You just want to get home, and you have to deal with this. You have to deal with surviving this to get home. And remember, you're still paying almost $3 to get on this train. Look at this. Look, the water just, what if a rat comes by swimming and the little rat just grabs onto you? Oh man, I love. I keep telling people in New York, like if you're still in there, a natural disaster happens in New York, you're screwed. You're screwed in New York. Nobody's gonna. Oh, this is disgusting. You got if you're eating breakfast, turn away for like. I'm not even gonna watch this. This is disgusting. But this is what I'm talking about. Oh, this is disgusting. Oh, it's too early for this. You guys are probably gonna. Like it's not even letting me show it. All right. Oh no, this one is old. This one is old. Oh, this is the one. Look at this one. All right, the one with the rat is I'm gonna show. Well, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, in New York, this isn't normal to people in New York. They're like, oh. Like in Texas, Florida, this is like, all right, whatever. Look, this is some scary stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Because all you can think about. Let me lower this. All you can think about is yourself in these situations. People will push you into the train tracks to survive. So you don't know what somebody around you is going to do. That's the scary part about all this. So this is just water coming out of New York with the floods from the sewers. It just comes up. There's a lot of videos we got to cover with this. Basements. Oh, look at that disgusting water. Look at that, that's disgusting. You had to put the music. Now it makes the video slower. But this is like, you see the water, how dark it is? This is everybody's dirts, toilets, basement, water coming up. Like, you can't avoid this stuff. All right, let me see what happened here. You had to put the music to make it slower. Oh, this was a hurricane. This one is crazy. This one I want to show. So this is a hurricane in Pennsylvania, and then it had it in New Jersey. So this is by Pennsylvania. Tornadoes. I'm sorry, tornadoes. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Like, this is scary.
Look at that tornado.
And this is in New Jersey. You know, tornadoes in New Jersey.
Monster tornado.
See, because everybody's like, oh, we're safe, we're safe. Look, there's tornadoes. And the problem is, there's a lot of people that don't know how to act. They don't know what to do. They'll panic.
Look at that tornado!
What if this guy in front of you like backs up fast to avoid the tornado and kills you and rams you off a bridge by running
Monster
backwards?
tornado!
It's just, you know, oh, the Midwest people, the people from Mid America, blah 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 blah. Yeah, God is mad. I mean, if this doesn't, oh, but it's climate change. You know that it's climate change. Let me see some more. Hold on, we got a lot. There's a lot of these, ladies and gentlemen. We're not done. Oh, it's a lot of these. So this is like in the streets of New York. I seen some cars floating by. So look, this is New York, right? The bodegas right there. You have your car parked outside. There's nothing you can do about this. Your car is done. He's trying to save his bodega. This guy can't record, man. Jeez. Stay still, man. Look at these cars. They're done, right? Like they're underwater. I guess if you don't turn it on, they could survive. It's not salt water. It's not corrosion. But a lot of these cars are going to be damaged. There's a lot of cars here. They're probably going to be damaged. People don't have money for this. It's a problem. There's already a shortage in cars. Do you understand what's going on right now, ladies and gentlemen? It's a lot of things. So, like I said in the opening of the show, right? I'm gonna keep playing this again because this people. You gotta think. I think about things differently. Oh, the floods, climate change. Okay, the hell with all that. I'm thinking about the cars. Like these people are gonna lose their cars. Maybe they don't have money. Okay, maybe they do have money. Now they gotta go trade it in or junk it, wait for the insurance claim, and they gotta go to work. How are you gonna go to work? The subways are closed today. It's stressful. New York City is very, very stressful. You know, let's say you just got this car a week ago because you're tired of taking the train throughout the summer. You finally saved enough money to buy a car in New York, and this happens. And then you owe $20,000 to the bank, and the insurance is going to tell you, "Hey, we're only going to give you $12,000 for this car." What? Well, the rest of it is interest, and the value of the car is depreciated. Oh, as a matter of fact, we're only going to give you $10,000, and you still owe $10,000 on that car. You see the mess that all of this creates, especially in a place. I sold cars in New York, so I know what I'm talking about. The interest rate in New York is high. Right now, cars are very expensive, used and new. The prices have gone up because I went car shopping a few months ago. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna trade in my car. The value of my car has gone up. I'm up to the point that I owe this amount, and my car's value is a little more than what I owe now. I just made a profit on my car, ladies and gentlemen. It's $500 profit, but my car is worth more $500 than what I owe. But right now, the way cars are going, the prices. Hold on to your used cars. Take care of it. I take care of I barely use my car, ladies and gentlemen. I try not to go out too much. I'm taking babying my car. Cars are going to become like a commodity again. You see all these disasters, New Orleans, Florida, these cars just get destroyed. There's a bunch of cars sitting there without chips, right? Because China has the chips now. Oh, my bad. I thought I was playing it. Yeah, the bodega owner survived BLM, and now thank you. That's another thing. What if this bodega owner was the one that we showed getting robbed yesterday? Now they're going through this. New York City is stressful. People are going to get tired of this and just go. But where are they going to go? Everywhere else is getting crowded. There's some people that can't go anywhere. They're receiving help. They can't go anywhere. It's a whole mess. You know, you started it with the C-19, the lockdowns. Now you're seeing all these little mess piling up. We're not ready for this. America's not ready for this, ladies and gentlemen. Parts of this. That's why I moved to a place like where you can be independent. I don't have to like wait for the government. or wait for like De Blasio to help you. Like in the city, right? It's a trap. The cities, major cities, are traps. You're trapped in these cities. Like if there's a net, where are you gonna go? If the Cross Bronx is closed, where are you gonna go? And the stupid idiot Alexandro. Oh, this is the rat one. I don't even want to show this one. I'm not even gonna put it in large screen. This was nasty. Look at the rat one. I'm gonna leave it in a small screen. I'm not gonna put it big. It's disgusting. But look at that rat in the flood. That's disgusting. I'm not gonna show you that. It's too early for that. That's very disgusting. Ooh, this is the funny one. See this guy, the Dominican guy over here, smoking that hookah. I like this one. Oh, come on. I like this one. The guy smoking a hookah. This was funny. I mean, that's all you can do in this. This is pretty dope. I like this. This looks very comfortable. That's chilling, ladies and gentlemen. I like that. That's like, what else are you gonna do here? I like this mood right here. You're gonna enjoy it in a floaty. The fact that he had a floaty, the hookah ready to go. That's what's up. I like that. And he floated kind of far too. I mean, I think that's like video of the day. This is like, this makes you feel at peace. It's like looking at a video of a beach. You hear that thunder and the lightning in the background. This man is just chilling. That's beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. That's beautiful. Big ups to that guy. Props. That's sometimes this is what you got to do in life, ladies and gentlemen. Things are rough. Things are bad. Sometimes you just got to like. Oh, this one, right? With the I got to show you the floating cars.
No, you're good up there. Anything that's on the top or facing the entrance, you're okay.
Look at these cars.
They've got to move up a little more because they're close to getting stuck with all.
Look who's that. Oh my god. What is that? I don't know.
Look at that dirty water. Look at that dirty water, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that.
No, you're good up there.
Oh, this is Costco. This is a Costco. So look, this guy went to work.
They've got to move up a little more because they're close to getting
And look, this guy went to work. How he's gonna get home? Look at his car. This is at a Costco right here.
I'm talking from the hill.
So imagine that, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine that, right? Let's look at this one. There's the New York airport. Look at this. So you're traveling. This could affect you in so many ways. Like if you're just in this area. Like even if you're traveling, look at your luggage. What if this was your luggage here? Your luggage got flooded in the airport. You can be in any situation, ladies and gentlemen, and things just happen. This lady's kind of annoying. No, not this lady, but this is a basement, right? In New York City. I used to live in a basement, a couple of them actually. In New York City, and if it floods, this will happen to your basement apartment. And more like there's some buildings in New York. I've seen some. This is another one. This is like something you see in the movies. Look at that one. But this is what I'm talking about. Like at the moment, what are you thinking? Let me make this bigger. Like, take a look at this for a few minutes, right? For a few seconds. Like, what if you're stuck here? What's your thought? Like, oh, I'm gonna drown down here. Like, what's gonna be your thoughts? Good morning, Legal Latina. Just had to go get some live or die CAT scans and blood work this morning. Good luck with that. Better to be flooded with water than cancer. Oh man, don't worry. It's THC, man. THC. THC, Andrew Audio. Good luck with that, man. You'll be fine, man. Just THC, my friend. Like this is a movie right here. This is, ladies and gentlemen, just this is the ATM machines where you get your Metro cards. Right? This is a movie. See, look at these cars. This is the cars that I'm talking about. I'm dabbing THC diamonds hard today. Nice. Diamonds. I gotta check that. Oh damn. Man, Andrew Audio, man. Like, I'm sorry. Like, if you have cancer, I'm probably one day gonna get it too. I mean, I'm gonna be dabbing to the day I die. I'm sorry. That's the truth. I'll dab to the day I die. That's like a first floor apartment right here. Look at those beds. Those are expensive beds, actually. I used to sell mattresses too. Hold on. I want to look at these mattresses. Hmm. They look like Tempur-Pedics. I want to see. So this is like, let's say you're home and this happens to you. What would you do? And you're not prepared for this. A lot of people in New York are not prepared for this. This is another one. I'm telling you, folks. This is I seen stuff in New York, but this is crazy. This is crazy weather. There was one with a lady in the car. It's it's not funny, but it's somebody wrote it's not funny, but it was just like the way the lady was in the car. She was like trying to drive it, and she was just drifting away in the car. And she was talking Spanish. I hope she's okay, but I'm just saying, like, it was. It's like no, there's nothing you can do. You're like stuck. You're like the water. It's scary. That's what I'm trying to say, ladies and gentlemen. It's scary. Like, what would you do? What would you do? No, Texas is dry too, man. Mattress companies. I used to work for Mattress One. They went bankrupt. Those bastards. And this is a lot of videos. Like, hold on, I can't. Let's look at this one. Like, look at all these cars. I'm sorry, but this is a highway. Oh crap! What are all these cars? All these cars are damaged. People are gonna need new cars. People don't even have money right now. What's gonna happen? Like, you want to talk about, nothing happened to New Orleans. This what happened to New York may not seem big, but this is de Blasio over here. I have a Tempur-Pedic. It's expensive. Get yourself a good $800 mattress. Don't get a $200, $300 mattress. Get a good one. Don't get too expensive. You could get I think if you're married and you have a family and you own a home, get a Stern and Foster's. If you own a home, because you're gonna be paying that mortgage for 30 years, so you're gonna need like a good mattress gonna last you like 20 years. Get yourself a Stern and Foster or a Tempur-Pedic. I'll get a Tempur-Pedic if I own the home. If you have an apartment, I don't recommend Tempur-Pedics. Dumbest thing I did was buy a Tempur-Pedic and owning an apartment. To get that bitch around, forget it, man. Dumbest thing to do is get a Tempur-Pedic if you live in an apartment. So all these cars right here. This guy got into a car accident. There's a lot of car accidents. People are gonna start hitting you. This one is go home. Like the fire trucks, right? This is why in New York a lot of people don't have pickup trucks. A lot of people got the low Honda Civics. What if I was over here visiting a friend and I parked my car here and look what happened to my car? So now Biden, right? Now they're gonna come back to domestic issues. Let me lower this a bit. Now, Biden, they got rid of the Afghanistan stuff. Now they're gonna deal with domestic issues, which is the jab. Now they're gonna focus on getting everybody jabbed up, which is what's more important right now, right? I don't know why Twitter does this, man. It just acts up. We saw the tornado. This is a hospital. The hospital one wasn't even there. I want to see the. Oh, look, this is a hospital. Let me show you the hospital one. So this is at a hospital. Look, the water just coming out. Look, it just comes out, gushing through. Look at that. So now, Cuomo's not governor right now. That's not his problem right now. He doesn't care about this. Cuomo doesn't have to deal with this. Now, Kathy Hochul, thank you, Rock. Yeah, let's see what Kathy Hochul and Mayor Bill de Blasio have a lot of things to do, right? They have a mess. We haven't heard much about it. Let me see. New York City. New York City is a mess. The infrastructure of New York City is a mess. There's only like 2 tunnels going to New Jersey and 1 bridge. It's a mess, ladies and gentlemen. It's a mess. And that's why I left that city. It's a mess. New York sucks. New York sucks, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not yeah, it's beautiful. You make money, blah blah blah. But if you have to deal with New York City on a daily basis, it sucks. It sucks, man. It's traffic, the potholes, De Blasio. Let's see what De Blasio, what they're saying about De Blasio. I declare a state of emergency. See, this is De Blasio doesn't do anything. They they don't take care of the city. They don't usually, like when there's a major storm, they hype it up. They never really hyped up the storm. They never, like, I didn't hear much about it. Usually if they hype it up, I will hear about it over here. But they didn't prepare people for the storm. Yes, there's a lot of people that need preparing. A lot of people in New York need to be their hands held. They need to be told everything what to do. So Kathy Hochul. Oh, this lady, right? Oh damn, even the BBC used it. Jeez. Her video. The lady on the this video is going viral then. Where is it? She's like, "Oh my god," because she said this is climate change. Where is it? I saw this video like in the middle of the night, and then a lot of news articles, I mean a lot of news producers started reaching out to her. I don't know why Twitter does this. It goes up and down. Let's see what Joe Biden is up to. So they're saying something about Joe Biden lying to the Afghan president, telling him that everything's okay. And now that's something impeachable, right? I heard about something like that. Oh, the dogs. Is this true about the dogs? Let me see.
For every contingency.
Total chaos.
It is heartbreaking. It is depressing. It's a failure, and he needs to own that failure.
I bear responsibility for all that's happened.
He did not admit any mistakes. He did not
Oh, damn, he
offer any
fell.
change of course. He says we're going to continue forward.
He really isn't taking responsibility.
Mr. Biden, you did this. You made the deal with the Taliban. This is the consequences of it. Go to hell, Biden.
Tens of thousands of people being left behind.
There's American citizens left.
Wow, look at this video.
We did not get everybody out.
Dozens and dozens of U.S. citizens went to the airport, and the gates never opened.
Oh, wow. She's laughing.
Yeah.
If this isn't failure, what does failure look like exactly?
Oh.
But there's, there to be.
There's a round of ISIS in the front that Americans face now.
Oh, that was a Trump video. Of course, it had to be a Trump video. That was very good. That was like a WWE production right there. You know when WWE does promos, WWE does the best promos. Like those video packages, they hype things up. They can hype up anything in those That was a good one. I like that video. You got $83 million. I think you probably got like $90 million, Trump. So start spending some of that money on this stuff. Oh, look at the top.
Afghanistan cannot be used as a.
Elizabeth Warren. What is she talking about? Who's Lorraine Borbert? Who is Lorraine Borbert? Lauren Bobert. Who is that? I'm trying to open this video. See, this is why I upload the videos on my Instagram so we could watch them. Come on. Joe Biden, the Afghani president, right? Afghan. Twitter does a good job censoring this stuff. I tell you that much. Twitter does a good job covering this stuff up. Because it gets a little harder trying to find this stuff on Twitter. You gotta like look for it specifically now. Yeah, they're doing a good job censoring a lot of this. I'm not gonna lie. It gets a little harder to look for some of this stuff. Who's Lauren Borbett, right? I heard something about her. She was like a MAGA, and then she became a senator or Congress. We'll get into that later on. Let me see. She wore a gun to the House floor. All right, thank you, Zen Rhino. But she was like Lauren Southern, right? She's been like Lauren Southern. She's like one of those, like a Lauren Southern type. Like she used to do videos on YouTube and then got elected, like Laura Loomer. I don't know. Let me see something over here. New York City. Let's go back to old reliable. NYC flood Ida. Let's see. Oh, this is New York City live right now. Let's go check out New York City live.
This is how fast YouTube is with Brave. Notice how there's no
So this
pre-roll ads.
this is like the aftermath,
and here's
right?
how you can see how much time.
All right, let me see. Look, this is the reports. So right now it's like a beautiful day in New York. The storm is gone. That's it, is over. I would like to see how New York is looking like right now. But that 8 people dead, ladies and gentlemen. Look, oh wow, this is crazy. Wow, sorry for that. Look, let's look at this report. 8 people dead.
Through trying moments and victories, every day begin again.
Now to more breaking news this morning on the progress of Ida. Ida started as a devastating Gulf Coast hurricane, but is still causing chaos
in
as
New
it
York.
moves north.
The storm is blasting the Northeast with torrential rain, flooding, and tornadoes. CBS's Bradley Blackburn has the latest from New York.
Look at that tornado!
Look at the tornado. We showed you
Chasers
earlier.
captured these images of a twister touching down in New Jersey. Ida continues its relentless march north.
They all sounded like
Tornado
it.
watches and flash flood warnings were issued across large parts of the Northeast Wednesday night. New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy declared a state of emergency. Here in New York City, the National Weather Service
We saw most of these videos. The news just steals everybody's videos, right? Look, we saw these videos.
New York City apartment and turned this wide boulevard into a
Well, the news, all they do is go on Twitter and steal people's videos. These bastards, man. The news doesn't get their own footage anymore, right? We just finished watching all these videos on Twitter. Ladies and gentlemen, these people are frauds, man. The media, man, I do a better job than these people. Wake Up Legal does better than these idiots, man. These idiots, man, they're showing the same videos I just showed you guys. I want to see some heartbreaking news. God, it's like I'm showing you guys a recap of my video right now. Why am I doing this? This is garbage. These news people, I'm telling you, they just go on Twitter. Let's search all these videos and take them, and then they put your name on the corner. Hey, hopefully one day I'll get credit. This is ridiculous. What the hell? They're showing you the same. I just finished showing you. What? Why am? Look, the same videos. The same videos.
The subway system taking on a
These people,
waterfall
man.
from the sidewalks above. In Pennsylvania, a good Samaritan rescued.
All right, we didn't see this one. Woo, finally a brand new video.
Somebody needed help. I went for it.
Good news, that's why. See?
Earlier, tornadoes touched down in Maryland and flooding inundated large parts of the state, driving residents from this apartment building where a man died.
More
and
refugees.
Another resident was missing.
We have about 150 people that are displaced.
Jeez.
In New Orleans, hundreds of thousands remain in the dark and heat after Hurricane Ida knocked out power throughout the city. Around the state,
Wow.
residents lack running water and are lining up for essentials like gasoline.
Everyone is being very neighborly and cordial, and we're just going to keep fighting through.
Let's see.
Tomorrow, President Biden is set to visit Louisiana to survey the damage. Bradley Black.
Biden has to go visit New York. Biden has to go visit New York too. Remember when Obama had to go visit New York after Hurricane Sandy? Yeah, Biden got to go do the same thing too. New York is going to be needing money. What? New York is going to need money. New York is going to need some money. So the government better give some money to New York and save them. You know, in New York, right, this Hurricane Sandy did some damage in New York that they still haven't fixed, and that storm happened in 2012 when Obama was running for re-election. And it's been, 9 years, and they still haven't fixed Hurricane Sandy in New York? It's crazy, right? Like, these people, man. See, Twitter, let me see today. Let's put today. Let me put NYC floods. YouTube, I don't know. Sometimes they take too long. See, I should be showing up today. I should be showing up. NYC flood. Yeah, the news just takes everybody's videos. Look, every news article. I want to see Mayor de Blasio. Let's see what he's saying. Let's listen to this guy.
Moving this summer?
I found a good video, ladies and gentlemen.
With blazing fast 200 meg internet for just $30 a month.
New York State received federal funding to help out with rental assistance. Only 8% was paid out. Oh no, Kathy Hochul's on it. Remember, Kathy Hochul said she's gonna help out New Yorkers. Remember that? Don't worry, Kathy Hochul's on the case.
Watch this. Meet Victoria. She wants to straighten her teeth.
Now in the city, Mayor de Blasio.
Oh, let's listen to de Blasio.
Right now, Mr. Mayor, we've been watching some unbelievable pictures. You saw 125th Street. We've seen water coming in through the subway. FDR is shut down. Bronx River Parkway as well right now.
I'm being sarcastic. Kathy ain't gonna do nothing.
During the state of emergency for New York City, I've just made that decision. What we're hearing from different parts of the five boroughs, very troubling. Particularly Staten Island has been hit really, really hard. Immense amount of rain.
And you don't
there,
care about Staten
and
Island.
huge amount of flooding. I'm very, very worried about what's happening out on the roads. I want to urge everyone, get in quickly. Do not stay out on the roads. It's dangerous. We're seeing a kind of rainfall we almost never see, this kind of speed with which the rain has come. Everyone's got to get to safety. Do not be out on the roads if you have any choice. And the subways also, I'm sad to say, the subways are basically out of commission at this point. Also not safe to go there. So we're going to have a tough few hours coming up.
So this is the mayor, right? Like, you should have been prepared for this. You're the mayor of New York City. You should have been having your thumb on the pulse already. You should have been, you're ready to paint the streets BLM. You're ready to start parades. You're ready to do concerts. But if you knew Hurricane Ida was coming, why didn't you get things prepared? Sanitation, right? Closing off the highways, telling people stay home today. Oh, we didn't know. You knew. You guys know. You're supposed to know this stuff. You're supposed to know more than we do. Honestly, I forgot about the Hurricane Ida. After Hurricane Ida, New Orleans was the big hype, and then I completely forgot about it. I forgot that it was going to go to New York by Wednesday or whatever. You guys know I listen to 1010 Wins every morning. I'm connected to New York. I listen to 1010 Wins every morning. And I did not hear about this Hurricane Ida. 1010 Wins yesterday morning didn't say Hurricane Ida's on its way. Please remain home. Please go home early. They didn't say that. Mr. Give us 22 minutes and we give you the world. I didn't hear about that in the morning. Let's say the only way I get my news is 1010 Wins. Because that's what a lot of people in New York do. They listen to 1010 Wins. 1010 Wins supposed to prepare you. Hey, it's going to snow 8 inches today. Stay home. All right. Listen to 1010 Wins for your Hurricane Ida coverage. I did not hear that yesterday. Or maybe I didn't listen to 1010 Wins yesterday. I admit, okay, maybe I did not listen to 1010 Wins yesterday. Oh no, it's 8:30 for me. No, my time is right. It is 8:30. I'm right time. I'm Central Time Zone. So you're in the West. You're 6:30. I'm glad I got people waking up early in the West Coast. That's what's up. People up early watching me in the West Coast. So this idiot, de Blasio. Wait, now you got me thinking. Is the shorthand? I don't know anymore. Wait, the shorthand is the hour, right? The shorthand is the hour, and the longhand is the minute. You had me thinking that if I did it wrong. Imagine that the whole time. I would have figured it out. So this idiot de Blasio.
Till 1 a.m., 2 a.m., till we get the rain out of here. Tomorrow morning is going to be dangerous as well. I want to really urge anyone who's moving around tomorrow, do not go into a street, a road, a highway with a lot of water accumulated that could be responding to a lot more hours, and it's horrible. But do not go out if you can avoid it.
Like he keeps saying the same thing for a minute. I just skipped a whole minute of this idiot. And he keeps saying the same thing. I'm gonna skip around, and he keeps saying the same thing.
There's some place where you can hunker down for a year. Is just don't tempt fate. We want people to be safe. Our first safe until the rain passes. But you know what our first responders, FDNY, but we're talking about the whole city. We've held over our shifts. And the one thing that do a lot of accumulated water, it is always worse than you think it is. And the amount of rainfall we've seen in the last few hours, almost unprecedented.
And Mayor, just to reiterate, and people in there earlier, the National Weather Service for the first time issued perspective. This is
absolutely different than everything that had been projected. And
he keeps repeating the same thing over and over again. We're projecting.
I think this is sobering.
The entire region.
Actually, yesterday I did not listen to 1010 Wins. Yesterday I listened to local radio. I found this new local news station that I was listening to yesterday. Maybe I'm wrong. I correct myself. I did not listen to 1010 Wins yesterday morning. So I don't know if they were. I apologize, 1010 Wins. You guys still suck. But if you didn't give the alert, I didn't listen to you guys yesterday. Now I remember. I really didn't. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure they didn't. I don't know. I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
Just took hours, like 8 hours to go 10 blocks. Remember that one? Were there any?
The warnings we get and assume it's going to be a hell of a lot worse.
Or even look at the buses flooded. Oh, wow.
2 years. And with the Ida, we've seen a speed that I don't think we've seen ever before.
Oh, that's why that video was
so we've got to now
viral, because the bus was
when
floated.
This kind of weather's coming, it could be a lot worse than any projection we're getting. And the best thing to do is never risk it. To assume.
She's on top of the seat. Look, she's on top of the seat. Where you don't want to wet your feet. You're gonna wet this. You stupid.
Risk it.
Why are you on top of the seats if the bus is wet? Like, did you get a pedicure or something? Like, do you see this lady? Why are you on top of the seats, man? You're not gonna. This guy.
Who is never.
Look. What are you wearing? Like heels or something, or red bottoms? Why are you on top of the seats? I don't get it. Is there rats there? I don't. But a competent mayor would have had his city ready for this. You would have had the sanitation trucks. They usually like block off traffic. They know where there's always flooding. They're already ahead of there. They're already putting sandbags. They're doing something. They're cleaning out the gutters, the drainage. Those drainage in New York City are dirty. That's why it gets flooded over there too, because it gets flooded. It got so contaminated. All the masks, right? Everybody throwing out their masks, their wipes, their baby wipes. Everybody just throws it on the floor. In New York, go to New York City. There's masks everywhere on the floor, and those things, they don't dissolve. They stay there. You know, you want to protect the fish. You want to ban plastic straws. What about these stupid masks? People just throw them out on the streets. You go to a supermarket, you got to start Walmart. The things you wipe off the carts, they're all over the floor. Those things go in the drain and they clog everything up. Right? Oh, we want to be more clean, more. You're making things worse. Maybe the flood would drown out a few rats, except City Hall. No, those rats will survive anything. Rats survive anything in New York City. You could flood out the whole city. Rats and roaches will survive. I'll tell you that much right now. There's no way of getting rid of those rats in New York or the pigeons. Let's forget about that. Forget about that, ladies and gentlemen. You can forget about that. Those idiots, you can't get rid of that stuff out there in New York. But when you have a mayor like like Bill de Blasio, nobody's gonna rescue you. Nobody's gonna help you. But he did paint Black Lives Matter on the streets. He did paint, I don't know, he didn't do the rainbow. But he does all these stupid, silly things. But what's really important for the city, he does not do. And that's Bill de Blasio right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's Bill de Blasio of New York City right there. Cuomo's gone. Now you got Kathy Coco. I want to see what she says later on today. Has she done a press conference? Let me see what our new favorite governor, because Kathy Coco, I'm telling you right now, she is horrible. Kathy Hochul, she is worse than de Blasio. I mean, worse than Cuomo. That lady, Karen to the eighth power. Karen square pie. Kathy, this lady is scary, man. This lady is scary. You should call it Karen Hochul. Oh, she's gonna expand the more. Let's listen to her for a few minutes.
Moving
See,
this
look at her
summer?
solution.
Get
She's
Suddenlink's hottest summer sale. With blazing fast 200 meg internet for just $30.
Decision that blocked the Biden administration's eviction plan. Under my watch in the state of New York, we're not going to exacerbate what is already a crisis in terms
She
of
can pay rent to other
homelessness
people
problem.
she wants
We are
personally.
not
The
going to
government
allow
cannot
people
rob us of money that is due.
who no fault
They're
of their
gonna
own,
keep us home from
lost
work. The
income,
government is at fault of all
not
this.
able to pay and facing eviction.
It's like children. You
We're
tell
not
them they're
going
not
to allow
responsible
that
to pay
happen
rent,
here
then
in
they
the great
won't.
state of New York. We're not going to abandon our neighbors.
Look, I'm telling you, she's horrible. She hasn't been 1 month finished. She's
especially
nauseating.
since the state of New York failed in its responsibility to get the money that was allocated by Congress out to the people in need earlier this summer. Therefore, we want to expand the safety net for people who qualify for rental and landlord assistance.
She's horrible. Oh gosh.
And we can no longer wait.
Yeah, Karen Hochul. She acts by feelings. She's a
also
woman.
need
She's gonna judge by feelings,
from many,
not
many
logic.
elected officials across the state that we need to amend the open meetings law to make meetings more accessible, more safe, including those with disabilities across. Starting today, and I'll be signing the proclamation momentarily. Pursuant to the power vested in me by Article 4, Section narrow, as I mentioned, it'll address the rental and eviction
Right here.
crisis. It'll address the open meetings law to allow more access to meetings, and it'll also deal with the freeing up of the cannabis program, which is long overdue. So I know we call it an extraordinary session. It is indeed extraordinary.
You gotta throw a bone
We've
in there.
gone through extraordinary time situation where they can safely allow people to participate remotely. This is again temporary. It was put in place to protect people who want to continue participating. I've heard from too many elected officials at the county and local levels that they just want this in place while we are still in the throes.
Governor, how do you anticipate with this extension of the eviction moratorium
Here we go.
uphold or being able to withstand a legal challenge? Already the Rent Stabilization Association, a group that represents a ton of landlords down in the city, has said they are threatening a lawsuit if this is extended, and especially if there's not recourse for landlords. So number one, how do you expect to handle that legal challenge? And also earlier today during your gaggle, you said that this is about getting money to landlords. So do you intend on changing the program and getting the money out?
No, the money is intended for landlords. The money is absolutely intended for landlords. They're the ones who are owed the rent. And so we'll also be ensuring that in order to just address the rendering of the Supreme Court, so we don't have to go back to court again, we'll be making sure that there's due process provisions that the Supreme Court said were initially lacking.
You know, these people, right? Exactly. I don't know how this rent thing was working. They gave the rent to the people to pay it and they didn't pay it. Why didn't you just cut the middleman and give it straight to the landlords? Right? So I've seen these rental assistance programs, right? They're supposed to give you the money, right? And then you're supposed to, out of your goodwill, go pay the rent. And then they gave out this money, and you think people are going to spend it on? No. Wow. Well, that's crazy. That's woo. You know who I feel bad for? Those homeowners, right? Those homeowners that rent out their homes to people, or they probably, like I said, like I used to live in a place like that. It was a 2-family home with a basement. The landlord lived in the first floor. We lived in the second, and we paid our rent on time. And after we moved out, the next tenants that moved in, Puerto Ricans, moved in and they trashed the place. They left it with a bunch of rats and roaches. And she said that we were the best tenants. My parents ended up buying a house because she was going to raise the rent. And they were like, for that, we just buy a house. So my parents bought a house at that time. So my mom always, wanted to rent. I'm like, don't rent, because you don't know who you're renting it out to. I've been in a situation before where somebody was renting a house, and then in the basement there were people living downstairs that haven't paid their rent in over a year. You got to wait for the U.S. Marshals to come and kick those people out, and then you got to go to court for another year, and then you got to get the marshals to come back out again until they kick them out. And it's like 2 years to kick somebody out of your apartment in New York City. So then I understand why sometimes these landlords charge you like a deposit or security, first month's rent and last month's rent. You got to pay like 6 G's just to move into a $2,000 apartment in New York. I understand that. But it sucks. It just messes it up for everybody. So after this mess is probably over, good luck trying to rent something in a blue city. My apartment complex last month, I was behind on my rent. They were ready to kick me out. They were trying to come into my door. You guys saw me upset. I did a stream about that. That I even paid this month's rent ahead of time already. I'm definitely gonna start to get a second job soon, because they're gonna start raising the rents again. So why am I being a sucker and paying rent when there's people out there not paying rent? You see the whole food stamp thing I was talking about. Remember that? And how do you live with yourself not paying rent also? Like, like as a landlord, right? Like it must be very frustrating. Think about that. Like you have a house that you bought, right? It's your investment. And a lot of people, work hard to buy that second home. Yeah, you got your slumlords, you got your every single time landlords. I'm not talking about those every single time ones. They could suffer. But I'm talking about like those immigrants, the hard working mom and pops, anybody, and even Americans that, oh, let me buy a I knew somebody when I used to work. She got married, Indian lady. She got married with this young guy. It was funny. And they bought a house, and then she started renting it out to the bottom. So they were dirty. Everybody was dirty. And her house was in front of a bus stop. And people were dirty. They live in the bus stop, so they started dirtying the place. She would give tickets from the sanitation because she didn't clean. But she did clean. But people at the bus stop, the kids would eat potato chips and just, throw the garbage on the floor, and it'll get swept up into the gates of her apartment, and it looked like it's dirty. In New York, you don't clean up the leaves, you get a ticket. You don't clean up the snow, you get a ticket. You don't throw out the trash the proper way, you get a ticket as a homeowner. In New York, you got to deal with all this stuff. So if you don't recycle in New York, you get a summons, you get a ticket, you get a fine. I'm sorry, it's called a fine. You get a fine, like a $200 fine. If they catch a plastic bottle in the garbage, they'll give you a ticket. Sanitation was doing this at one point. They will search your recycles. If you have a box mixed with the plastics, you will get a fine for that. You can't throw out the plastics with the garbage. Here in Texas, man, I throw everything out in the same bag. Who cares about all that? Throw everything all in once. The hell with all that garbage, recycling and stuff. It's ridiculous the way you live in New York. You do all these environmental stuff in New York and you don't get nothing out of it. Right now you don't have plastic straws. You have stupid straws made out of paper. In New York, you don't have plastic bags, so you're walking out of the supermarket with a bunch of stuff like in your hands like an idiot. They do have brown bags, but New York is raining or windy. Brown bags break. It's ridiculous. What am I supposed to have, like the carrot with the stem outside of it? Get out of here. No. New York, man, New York is horrible, man. I'll talk about it because I know about it. It's horrible and stressful. And I just feel bad. No, not really. But the people that I know over there, still over there, like I feel bad that you're still there. But I'm the crazy one because I've always said I'm leaving New York. And that was my mission, to leave New York earlier this year. That was my mission to leave, and I did it. That's what I'm saying. You could set goals in your life, ladies and gentlemen. Set goals and accomplish them. Put your mind to something and you would do it. The problem, Westchester County, you don't have to deal with it yet. Wait until you have to start dealing with it. You're going to start dealing with it soon because it spreads. Everybody from New York is going up north, leaving. It's going to start spreading. Look at Newburgh. It's going to start getting gentrified. It's spread out. It spreads out. Somebody said earlier in the chat, the bodega survived beyond them, the pandemic, the riots, and now they're dealing with this. It gets to a point people are going to say, you know what, the hell with this. I'm done with this. Why do I have to deal with this? Think about it. That's what I'm saying. The leftists are leaving because they're the ones with the money. The hardworking Democrats, the hardworking people that keep voting for Biden and de Blasio are stuck in New York. The rich liberals go to Florida. I said this in my videos a while ago. When Trump became president, like all the conservatives should have left California and went to Texas first 3 years ago. And all the conservatives in New York should have went to Florida first. and started making their money in Florida, started making your money in Texas. Don't let the liberals move in. Just take over the red strongholds. But no, and when I was in California, I said that. When I was in California for a summer, I'm like, why are you guys fighting for California? Leave it to the liberals. Let them have it. Let the liberals have it. Let the illegals, the Mexicans, let them have California. Why do you keep fighting for the nice beaches? Let them have it. If they want it, they can keep California. Let them have New York. You want Baltimore? You want Delaware? You can have that. Just control Florida and Texas and in the middle. Just control the middles and just control the middle. Let them have the East. But then they ruin it, and then they start spreading us like a cancer. But if you would have protected the borders of the good states and just kept the cancer at bay, keep the cancer in New York, in California, let them have the beaches. If you want to vacation there, then go vacation there. You know, it's up to you. But let them have it. Let them have California. Should have took over Vegas. You should took over Arizona, protected Arizona, Texas. Make those strongholds. Let them have Denver, Weed Man. Let them have Denver. Let them have, and just contain it. Like, let Denver in the middle, and then all the states around them just be red. You know, you need the weed, you need the mountains, you need that stuff. You know, and just like keep them at bay. Just keep them at bay, and that's it. You protect it. You protect it. That's it. But it spread. Now you see people getting displaced. That's why I said Texas. Texas is going to turn blue because you see a lot of California plates here. And it's not like conservative California. It's not the conservatives in California. Nope. It's not. So I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, in the future, I'm going to be looking for another state where it's still American, where you can still have freedom. Got to keep moving, right? Got to keep finding that freedom. It's something that you gotta strive for. You gotta want. Like, if you're not happy with your current situation, don't wait around. Don't wait around for it to get worse. You know, prepare for it. Well, you still have it good. Prepare for it. Hey, if something happens, ready to go. Let's go. Everything's packed up. You're ready to go. Think about it that way, because you never know a hurricane, a tornado, a flood. You never know what could happen. You never know. You got to be ready. Got to be ready. That's what I say that with my toys in mind. I'm gonna sell my toys. I'm getting ready. Yesterday I was gonna do it. Then I hesitated. But in the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna start putting up my toys on eBay. I'll share the link in the chat. You guys want to own a piece of the legal Latino, but I gotta let go of my toys, because survival mode, right? What am I gonna do with a bunch of toys out on the road? Like, if I'm gonna be Rambo, I can't take my toys with me. I've taken my toys this far. Now they gotta get me further. So during the holiday season is when I start selling my toys, because where else are you gonna get toys? eBay. So I'm gonna start putting them up soon. It's a little sad, but I'm gonna start putting up my toys soon, ladies and gentlemen. You'll see them. You see them. But it's part of my survival mentality. I might just keep the Green Ranger helmet. I might just keep the Green Ranger helmet. But just think about that, ladies and gentlemen. Like, what are you doing to prepare? Prepare yourself. So I started going to the gym, doing a lot of cardio, in case I got to be out there running. What if there's a flood, right? And you don't know how to swim? Learn how to swim. I don't need to learn how to swim. I'll take the train, I take the bus. Hey, what if there's a flood and you don't know how to swim? Learn how to swim. Think about that. Learn things. I'm not the best swimmer, But I've been practicing my swimming because you never know, ladies and gentlemen. You never know. There could be a flood here too. You never know. I gotta swim onto the boat to survive, right? I know at least to swim enough to get onto that boat to survive. Think about that. Just I don't need to learn how to swim. Yes, you do. Survival. It's survival, ladies and gentlemen. You never know. You never, 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 never know. I don't need to learn how to use a gun. You never know. What if somebody breaks into your house? They put a gun on you, they drop it, and you have it in your possession now. What are you going to do if you don't know how to use it? Think about that. It's just, we're living in different times. We're not living in the 70s anymore. You know, we're living in dangerous times. You never know. You never, never, never know. I have a first aid kit. Do you have a first aid kit? I'm always getting hurt now, scratched. You know, something's always happening to me. I have a first aid kit, cayenne pepper. Always carry cayenne pepper, ladies and gentlemen. If you ever get cut, look, I cut this finger last week with a razor, and I put cayenne pepper, and it's already sealed up. Cayenne pepper seals it up. It burns, but it'll seal it up. And I'm learning how to garden, learn little traits, some trades. I was looking at getting a job as a general labor. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about that. General labor, work in construction. I don't know yet. Maybe I'll do it. That's just a lot of construction going on. Maybe I'll do it for a couple of months. I don't know. I don't want to throw out my back, but I'll be out there working hard. Maybe I get some muscles, get ripped, make some money in the meantime. I don't want to work in an office. I can't be lazy. So I was looking into that. Maybe we'll see. Or should I go work at this Mexican restaurant I've been looking at? But then I got to deal with customers, and maybe my tips will get stolen because I'm gonna do a good job, ladies and gentlemen. If I'm a server, if I work at a restaurant, good morning, hey, how's it going, ladies and gentlemen? What can I get for you? Well, not like that, but like I'm not gonna be working there forever. I want to bust out for like 3 months, make some good money on tips, and and get ready to move out, buy some land or something. Imagine that, like thinking differently with 2 jobs. Think about that, like. I don't know. It's just think about survival, ladies and gentlemen. Just think about it. What's your plans a couple of years from now? What are you gonna do? Think about that. Do you see yourself working at your place forever? Or do you plan to like move on or do something? Do you like if you work hard now, work hard and then do something with it? It's hard work. After 2 years, you can get a journeyman title. 4 years, 8 years a master carpenter. Even like because I want to learn. I want to learn. Like an electrician or carpentry. Like even though I'm old already, but it's something. It's a good trait. I'm telling you, I've been watching Rambo. What if we got to live in the woods for a while? Like, what if I chop down a tree and I have to build something? I don't know. You never know. In the future, I finally own land, and the world's burning to hell, and my little piece of land in Wyoming, and there's some trees there. I'm gonna have to chop it down, build a hut, build a teepee. I don't know. I gotta learn how to build a teepee. I gotta learn how to start a fire. Eventually, I'll start building a house with cement. I've been watching those videos on YouTube. Those guys in like Vietnam or Cambodia, how they built the house with the mud with one stick. The guy's like building a house with a stick. Let me see where he's at. You guys know what I'm talking about. Damn, what's that guy's name? But he builds a house out of mud. This guy, yo. Like sometimes I wonder if these things are real, man. Like, There's a bunch of these guys, man. And
Moving this summer?
he does
Get
it with a
Suddenlink's hottest
stick.
summer sale. With blazing fast 200 meg internet for just $30 a month. Now with free internet for one entire month and a $100.
Yeah, CK Menzona. I was looking. You want to learn it all. A general contractor does that, plan to finish. That's what I was looking at. It says general labor. Like at first, you start at cleaning up their areas and stuff like that. I was looking at it, man. It starts like at 17 an hour. It's starting off, and there's a lot of overtime, and it's like 10 to 12 hour shifts. So I was like, I might think about. I want to get into but I don't want to do the general labor the whole time. I want to be the guy with the hat. I don't want to get fat, but I want to be the guy with the hat with the clipboard eventually. That's why I want to learn certain things. And then, I don't want to be the guy lifting up stuff all the time. Oof. But this is what I was talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Like these guys, look at this guy with the stick. They're going to build the whole village with a stick. Look, they start off with sticks, man. Look at these guys, man. Yeah, they built this whole thing with sticks. Look, and then they get mud, right? Look. He just keeps tossing mud. He tosses the mud for him. Look at that. I'm telling you, man, these guys are amazing. And our own government can't build bridges. Oh, my bad. I didn't have it big. But look at these guys with mud and some sticks. With some mud and some sticks. Look what these guys could do. It's amazing, right? And then you got in New York, you can even build subway stations that don't. Look at that. Bunch of sticks and mud. Man, we're probably gonna have to start living like this soon again. I'm telling you, man. People that are not that don't have the jab, this is gonna be us, man. Man, we could take all the rat droppings and make these houses, ladies and gentlemen. We could take all the pigeon droppings and all the rat droppings and make concrete out of it. You go to New York. Look at that, right? Look at this. Look at these guys. Look at it with a stick. Look at everything that they're doing with 2 sticks. And they got paint. I don't know where the hell they find paint. And look, and the way they fill up the way they fill up the thing, they bring 1 bucket of water at a time. This is amazing. Look how they fill it up. They got to walk back. Come on, man. I have to admit, somebody has to help them here. This is not the way. Pretty cool, right? See, that's pretty cool. There we go. So the moral of the story of today is you got to be ready. Learn something. Learn to trade. We can't get bamboo. Yeah, we could get it from China. Everything is from China. Everything is from China. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in today. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to Mihara Show. Shout out to Rocket Man, Rocket Matrix. Shout out to CK Benzona. Shout out to Julio Esparza. Shout out to Mysterious. Shout out to Shakes M. Shout out to Irrational Times. Who else is in the chat? Shout out to Zen Rhino. Shout out to Cheeseburger. Oh man, I didn't see Cheeseburger. See, I'm glad I didn't see Cheeseburger because we would have been talking about food again. Shout out to Andrew Audio. Damn, that one a cheeseburger. Damn you. Shout out to who else is in the chat? Shout out to D Gulag. And shout out to Blues Dolls. And shout out to B Smiley. All right, shout out to B Smiley. One Hot Min. And shout out to Ray. What's that? Yeah. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate you guys and catch you guys tomorrow, God willing. Tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow's payday. Tomorrow we go a little all out, but I don't know. I got to get to work, ladies and gentlemen. I keep forgetting I have to go to work. So I'll catch you guys later. All right. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you guys. God willing, see you again tomorrow. Thank you for giving me an hour, 27 minutes of your life. Have a great and productive day, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good day. I don't want to forget the genders,